Hello and welcome to Budget Model Railways. Little apology, I know it's a little while since we did a video. Just been, as always, I'm afraid at the moment, very busy with Army Cadet stuff for all the usual reasons. But I have managed to get a little bit of layout done since the last time, so I thought I'd just give you an update. So what we've now got a bit of a change on the top of the hill. So we do have the Army camp in there now. With the rather nice any scale models buildings, and I'm just going to reach around there. I'm using a tripod today to try and give a more steady picture. So that's the little station building. So that was a shed, and I suggested to any scale models it would make rather a nice station building if they added a notice board and a window and a chimney, which is what they did. But that's going to be my guard room. This is what they call the scout hut, but that's going to make my barrack block, which is quite nice. They do a barracks, but it's too big. And then these are what are going to be my storerooms. Now, when I saw these on the Any Scale Models site, they absolutely cry out. For anybody that knows these things, these very kind of brick, solid buildings, typical Army storeroom. So I think I said last time I've done that with the dry brush brick method over another base, but they look rather nice in the back there. They painted up very well. So that's all my Any Scale Model ones. I've got a nice little Hornby hut here. Now this is the cheap little hut that comes with their railways, their train sets. And all I've done is I've added brick paper for the chimney, given it a bit of a weather, painted it, and it makes a really nice little crossing keeper's hut to go there. So then obviously the other big change is the windmill. So I was up in the loft rooting around for some stuff, found the windmill. We had a windmill originally on Green Hill Hall, our first ever layout, and we had one on Roselands Hill, our second sort of exhibition layout. So that's what I've done. Put that in there, little hut, and so I've got some more trees, and this will be a wood. Added the hedges. Now these are just my normal, so they are made using these green pan scourers. These came from Wilco, and then you just dip them basically in a load of scatter. And I've got a little tub, whatever scatter I can get cheap. PVA glue them, a bit like battering fish. Let one side dry, and they absolutely rock hard. But they look really effective when you consider how much a pack of hedges will cost you. There you go, a little bit juddery. They're really good. So I'm just going to see if I can move this without no. I thought I'd try and give you a better view, but the auto cameras, oh, there we go. Not necessarily going to let us. So that's quite a nice view there. And I'm going to put a little chapel over the back and use a tree to hide the gap in the back scene. So not a great deal done. I've ballasted the edges of the track to blend it in. I have added the wooden hedge there. There we go. Not wooden hedge, wooden fence, just to border the track. Now I'm just going to see. Oh, we've got quite a nice loco running around, so I'm just going to see if I can change the camera angle. See if the stabilised mount. I've got slightly different setting on the stabilised mount that I'm hoping will allow me like that to move it without it going all funny. So this is the Hornby 060. Their railroad range one, which is quite nice. I was at the Airfield Model Railway Club open day today. Very good, very enjoyable. Free entry, just an open day. Lots of very interesting exhibits. Met a couple of people there that knew us, which was really nice. Unfortunately, I only had my phone on me, so I wasn't really able to do much videos, but I will put some bits on Instagram. Got talking to a couple of people with young kids and spoke about what we do. So yeah, a good little show. I was quite impressed with that. And in the background there, you can just see the little Electro Tren A60 pulling some trains around. So there, it's not a long update. Hopefully just sort of whet your appetite a little bit to what we're trying to do. Let's see if I can make this tripod work. And then there will be some plans. Oh, I knew there's something else I was going to talk about. Now let's see if we can move this camera. Excuse the wobbliness, but once I'm done. So on the hill there, I had a cunning plan, which was to use this. So this is one of the first buildings that me and Doug ever built. Bear with me a second, I'm just going to reach across. And that's an aircraft hangar. So it's the super quick aircraft hangar. Oh, we've gone all out of focus. I think that's because I walked in front of it. Oh, there we go. And I was going to put the airfield up there, but it's a bit cramped for room. But before we did model railways, I was an aircraft kit model maker. That's what I made. So I've got some nice ones that would look really nice sat in a hangar. And it would be nice to have it because literally when Doug was about 9, we sat and built that. So I could fit it in up there, but actually what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move it over here. Again, bear with me with the camera. Talk amongst yourselves while I just sort this out. So you'll see that what I've done is I've taken down the back seam, and the plan now is to run the back seam further back. I'm going to do wiring tube for the points for the fiddle yard that's underneath, and that will enable me to put the hangar obviously higher up, but there somewhere, which will give me a bit more runway and everything. And it won't be as dominant. Where it was on the other hill, it would very much have taken over that corner of the layout. Whereas here, it'll be quite nice. It'll just sit back there. Obviously, as I say, higher. It'll be a good 3 or 4 inches higher. It'll be up here somewhere on a hill. And we can have some aeroplanes parked in front. I've got, new now, an Airfix Whirlwind helicopter that was something we made as kids. Most of you will know it as Harold the helicopter from Thomas, but without the floats. And I've always liked the idea of a civil helicopter air service. So I've got some nice old aircraft in there. I'm spoilt for choice, actually. I've got Miles Magister, Miles Master. I've got Airspeed Oxford, which would be really nice. I've got the Whirlwind. I have got the recently re-released Airfix Beagle Basset, which is a little bit more modern, 1960s, but that'd make a lovely little aircraft sat on there. And then I'm also planning to have some aircraft on bits of string flying over the layout. I particularly want to use, I've got, I'm just going to come over here a little bit and give you another shot of the big layout. I've got a Gloucester Gladiator that I'd love to do in civilian markings. Would particularly look good on that, overflying that part of the layout. One of the reasons I want to do civilian aircraft is if I go and put them in military markings, I know I don't worry about my locos, but it would look a bit odd having a late 1930s RAF aircraft flying over a diesel in the 1970s. If I put civil markings on it, it's a little bit more believable that it might be sort of private owner. So that's really my thinking is we'll do the civil side. And also, because I spent so many years doing military modelling, I do like to have a little bit of a break. So I don't mind my army camp and my jeeps and things, but I don't want to over-militarise it by having military aircraft flying over it, if that makes sense. So there we go. A few locos running around. Works quite well there when they all come in together. And it's silly, really, because the whole layout's really 3 giant loops. But they all meet in that sort of triangle there. And appear to be coming from different places. So I'm quite pleased with the way the layout's evolved. And then hopefully I've got a bit of time this week. I'm hoping to start tidying up my Engage stuff, trying to get ready for the Something show. So whatever you're doing, I hope you're enjoying your trains. I'm hoping now to get down here a bit more now we've got some nice weather. Typically I was out on the motorbike in the rain this morning, and this afternoon the sun's come out. But that's just typical English weather, isn't it? So I'm just going to wait for the Hornby one to run down the straight, and then I'll call that quits and get another video out to you sometime soon. There we go. Thank you very much as always for watching, and speak to you again soon.